Thanks for staying with us. I'm Arba Kumson. Now, some of the 12 presidential candidates disqualified by the Electoral Commission being probed by the Criminal Investigation Department of the Ghana Police Service for alleged illegality are rushing to the police CID to avoid being arrested or charged after the police gave them up to close of day today to turn themselves in. The Electoral Commission disqualified the 12 for double signatures and other infractions on their nomination forms. The 12 parties and the flag bearers include the All People's Congress, Hassan Ayariga, Dr. Edward Mahama of the People's National Convention, Dr. Ejenim Boateng of the United Front Party, Kofi Apalu of the Independent People's Party, Kobne J of the Reformed Patriotic Democrats, and Dr. Papakwesi Indum of the Progressive People's Party, amongst others. Public Relations Officer of the Police CID, ASP Joseph Benefodakwa, has been speaking to Joy News, and he says the 12 affected aspirants would have to show up or be arrested.
Quite a number of them have reported. We have taken their statement and they have been granted bail. But as I indicated, there are a few of them we are still waiting, and if they don't come, we will be indicated by the Director General CID. I believe we use the media to let them know that we are still waiting for them. But I believe we were expecting them to come by the end of the day, and after which, if the grace period is over, we would move in to arrest them. So yes, if they don't report, we will definitely move out to arrest them.
And the 13 you're talking about, which parties are they with, apart from the IPP that we know, at least 3 from IPP?
Oh, we have an UFP, we have RDP, we have PNC, we have APC, we have NDP. All these parties are involved. They have people who have breached the electoral laws.
You also said that you cautioned them. So what did you caution them over?
Let me explain this. When police tell you somebody has been cautioned, then you are cautioned on the offense or the crime you are alleged to have committed. So the offenses that we are holding them for is they have breached the Article 53 of the Constitution. They have breached the Public Election Regulations 2016 CI 94 Regulation 7, Sub-Regulation 2B, and 4, Regulation 9, Subsection 2A and B, and then the Criminal Offence Act 1960, Act 29, and the PNDC law. These are the breaches. And so that's what we caution them on. We tell you that you have breached these rules or laws and that you are here to be investigated.
So that is ASP Joseph Benefodakwa. He is the Public Relations Officer of the Police CID. Well, General Secretary of the APC, Razak Opoku, who is on bail after making an appearance for his candidate, Hassan Ayariga, told my colleague Francis Aban he doesn't understand the hue and cry by the police since the party had already reported to them.
I went there 2 weeks, and the CID actually came to our office inviting us to come over to assist them in the investigation. So I went there with my vice presidential candidate, and they were asking us how best the party we can assist them to get the 2 subscribers that subscribe to Dr. Hassan Ayariga presidential nomination form, and equally also subscribe to another presidential nominee of another.
So when you appeared before them, were you charged with any offense?
No. I wasn't charged with any offense.
On what basis then were you granted bail?
Then the best thing is to ask the police out there.
You were granted bail. That suggests that you were arrested. What were you arrested for?
What I know is if you are granted bail, there should be a surety. Somebody has to guarantee for your bail. And there was nothing of such instances. I just went there, paid the police request with my vice presidential nominee, and they asked us to write a statement. So I actually did the writing of the statement.
So today, the CID says, appear before close of day or you will be arrested. Are you making that appearance? Is Mr. Ayariga making that appearance?
The information the police put out there is misleading. I actually even called the CID office Tuesday asking them how far they have gone with the investigation. And they told me they will call me back. Up to now, they haven't called me back.
Well, the IPP's Kofi Apalu, who presented his subscribers to the CID for questioning, tells us he is returning to the CID following the warning by the police.
Oh, even I'm even on my way to the police because I'm looking for the report, because I've given them a statement that was 13th of October. 13th of October, I brought the people, and then we went to the CID. Even yesterday, my boys were there, and a day before yesterday, myself, I went there to meet the director.
So that's the presidential nominee of the IPP, Kofi Apalu, there. Now, police in the Eastern region say they have identified 500 polling stations across the region as flashpoints. Although police have declined to give details of the specific areas, they assure that they are up to the task of averting any possible violence there. The Eastern Regional Police Commander, DCOP Peter Ken Yentumi, who disclosed this when a specially trained police personnel whose task is to combat terrorism, riot and arms, organize a drill at the Eastern Regional Police Headquarters in Koforidua. He also disclosed that the police will use dialogue in controlling political tension and electoral violence, but if the dialogue fails, it will apply the needed force to maintain peace in the region. Listen.
We are sensitizing the public, doing a lot of education. So this room, we have done a lot. We did a lot of meetings with them. We have processed some people to court, as you know. You may not believe it. Some people have been sent to court and they are still attending court. Then those are the periods where we are interacting with the public and then letting them know the do's and don'ts. So it will seem as if we haven't been fast on certain things. But going forward, with the elections proper coming, we are not going to relax at all. It's not going to. That is where the action is going to take place. So if anybody tells you that we have relaxed, particularly with the Suhum issue, we haven't done anything, it is not true. If you go by the records, we have a few people in court, even though we are still tracking down some people who will also be sent to court. It's obvious. For now, we have identified close to 500 flashpoints, and then we're in collaboration with the Election Commission and the Election Security Task Force. We are putting things in place to ensure that we will cover all of them very appropriately. But I will not be able to mention them offhand because you can see their number 500 is not exported. So we have, because you see, a lot of things happen before we determine which police stations are flashpoints. So we could take some out. We could even add some before the D-Day. So for now, we are handling them as appropriate.
Meanwhile, a total of 3,137 security personnel will be needed to provide security in the December general elections in the North. Regional Police Commander DCOP Kenya Boa has said. He was speaking at a workshop organized by the Institute for Democratic Governance, IDEC, and the Civic Forum Initiative in Tamale in the Northern region. And he said due to the size of the region and the many flashpoints that have been identified, it became necessary that there was adequate security to prevent any possible disturbances during the polls. He said the Northern Regional Election Security Task Force had devised strategies to deal with any possible disturbances at the 81 identified flashpoints in the region. And according to him, 2 security officers would be stationed at each of the 81 flashpoints. Let's hit the campaign trail now, and we begin from the Ashanti region, where MPP flag bearer Nene Akufo-Addo is continuing to preach his message of change. Erastus Asare-Donko is following him. He joins us on the line. Hello, Erastus.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had the MPP flag bearer, responding to taunts by the chief of staff about the Calipo issue. What has he been saying today, and where is he?
Well, yesterday his reaction to that came from a series of chants from the teeming crowd that Calipo. They wanted to hear something on Calipo. And that was what got Nana to talk about the Calipo challenge, that indeed he has heard some ministers of Mahama talk about it, that it's not good, sugar is not good, but why are they setting up the Commander Sugar Factory? This morning we started at Krofum within the Menchia North constituency, led by the Menchia North MP Collins Owusu-Amankwa, and then they moved straight to the Tafo environs, specifically to the Tafo Palace, where they met with the chief, Nana Frimpong. Nanado's speech or his address to the chief centered on development. He spoke about the fact that he has had requests coming in that indeed they want Tafo to be like Asokore Mampo, where all roads are tarred within that particular district, and they should vote for him to win power. Is going to develop the Tafo Township to the status of Asokore Mampo as well. He has also been speaking about education. He's been speaking about National Health Insurance Scheme, and he has also been begging people that indeed he has suffered so much trying to get power. And so this year around, they should vote massively in Ashanti region so that he can realize that dream. Currently, we are very close to Pankrono, where he's going to address the crowd here. From here, we'll move to the Mampo municipality and then back to Kumasi Atek for a rally in the evening.
All right, thank you very much. And that was Erastus Asare Donko giving us that update of the MPP flag bearers campaign tour of the Ashanti region. Also in the central, well, let's head to the central region now, where the flag bearer of the Convention People's Party, Ivor Kobina Greenstreet, has been campaigning. He's specifically at the Trefo Mampong in the Trefo Atimokwa constituency, and he's been stating his displeasure about the state of the Trefo Praso roads there. The road, he said, is Basa, which translates as deplorable in Chi. He told the people gathered at a mini rally that they should vote against the NDC and not vote for the MPP because they have neglected Ghanaians for the past 24 years. He also took the opportunity to outdoor the party's parliamentary candidate for the area. Let's stay in the region, and the Vice President, Parkwesi Emisa Arthur, has also been campaigning in the central region. We can get more details from Richard Kojo Nyarko, who has an update on that. Good afternoon to you, Richard.
Good afternoon, Awa.
So where has the Vice President been, and what has he been saying?
Well, he's actually rounded off his trip in the central region. He came here for a party campaign tour. He started in the Cape Coast North and South constituencies. In the Cape Coast North, he addressed the students of the Cape Coast Polytechnic, where he likened the MPP, their ambitions and their manifesto to that of the U.S. Republican candidate Donald Trump, that they have the Trumpian theory, and that is what they are proposing to the people of Ghana. And if they are allowed to come and govern the country, there is nothing good that will come out of them. And so Ghanaians should ignore the MPP and the lies that they are churning out. He also went to the Asen South and Asen North, Asen Central constituency. And you know, in the Asen Central constituency, that is where the firebrand MPP parliamentary candidate is, Kennedy Agyapong. And according to the Vice President, the people should choose people of matured minds to go to Parliament, not anybody who talks anyhow. And it was there that the member of the Council of State and former Central Regional Minister Ama Benyuado says that people should be wary of the drinking of Calipo, because according to her, Calipo is meant for kids, is meant for children, and as people who seek to govern, Calipo is not good for their health, and it is not something that should be associated with the elderly because of the content, because of the people that the content in the Calipo were meant to be given to. After that one, he went to the Upper Dencha, East and Upper Dencha, West, and he was met by the chiefs and people of that area, and he's been speaking to the transformation agenda on the top of the agenda, and when they are giving the mandate. And so he's been promising the people a lot in the central region. He rounded off the trip yesterday, and so the Vice President is no longer in the region.
All right, thank you very much. That's Richard Kojo Nyarko, who has given us that roundup of the Vice President's store of the Central Region. Let's head to the Upper West Region now, where Joy News' voter education program ballot box team has pitched camp. Head of our political desk, Evans Mensah, joins us on the line right now for some updates on what we are to expect later this evening. Good afternoon to you, Evans.
Yes, Daraba.
All right, so what are the preparations going ahead into this evening's ballot box event?
Well, we just arrived at the venue. This is coming live from Wichua, which is in the Wa West constituency. And of course, we are based in terms of the crew and everybody else in Wa Central. And traveling to Wa West, you have to make a journey of more than an hour on pretty terrible roads. We just got in here. The stage is set. The technical team is still, putting things together for the live broadcast. But it's been a pretty hectic last few days trying to gather the issues. These are communities that are not really close, but linking them are roads that aren't that good, and so we have to travel many distances just to gather the views. It is pretty much going to be similar to what we had in the Upper East region. We are expecting a very pumped up, excited crowd, willing and ready to engage with their candidates tonight.
All right, thank you. That's head of our political desk here at Joy News, Evans Mensah there. Make a date. It starts at 5:30 to 7 p.m. here on your Joy News channel. Let's go to voting school now, shall we? On election day, December 7th, your duties may be related to the poll, and that would mean that you are unable to be present at your polling station to vote. Well, the law makes a way for you to be added to the special voters list. Fifi Kumson has more in today's edition of the Voting School.
By Star Ghana.
So those were some tidbits to guide you as we head towards election day, and that was compiled by my colleague Fifi Kumson. Now, the politics of Calipo, otherwise known as Calipolitics, continues unabated, and it doesn't look like it will slow down anytime soon. Well, you know the story. It all started after an attempt by Ghana's ruling party to make fun of the main opposition candidate in the presidential election, Nana Akufo-Addo, by posting a photograph of him sipping from a small carton of Calipo fruit juice. And it backfired, with the supporters adopting the brand to rally support. And his supporters have taken to creative ways to rallying behind him, posting pictures on social media. One woman pinned Calipo to a selfie stick. On Facebook and Twitter, supporters pictured themselves drinking Calipo and even pretending to even shower, use it as toothpaste, as you can see there, and to fuel their cars with it. Very interesting images, as you can see there. And hundreds of them, well, scores of them, have been posted on social media, both Twitter and Facebook. And it seems that the craze is not going to stop anytime soon. Well, just this week, the Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah, cautioned against the drinking of sweet fruit juices, contending that it is unhealthy. Mr. Deborah, speaking to supporters of the NDC at Winchi in the Bono Ahafo region, said adults who take very sweet fruit juices would go down with a sickness called calipolitis.
Calipolitis
But addressing supporters in the Ashanti region yesterday, the MPP flag bearer Nene Akufo-Addo hit back, saying the comment could destroy Ghanaian businesses. Listen.
Commander Sugar Factory. Amaya would Namudim says a secret. I'm going to see Commander Sugar Factory. And you're to my prazo. I see Bibia, whatever, Nada, Bibia, Yechimubia, Yabba, boy, a home by, and the Atwa bar, Eba, Mahama, and then I buy a free hawk.
So does this craze add anything to a politician's brand? Let's speak to Kobe Mensah. He is a lecturer at the University of Ghana's Business School. Good afternoon to you and thanks for your time, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, Araba, and thanks for having me.
So we've seen how it's sweeping across the nation, people posting pictures on social media just to support the flag bearer. How is it adding to his brand?
Well, first of all, let me say that, when especially in the age of social media, when things go viral, i.e., when things of this nature, pictures or text or any form, actually get a very high level of tweet and retweet and share it. Now, we say it has gone viral. Now, when it goes viral, the opportunity here, or what actually adds to the item or the object, attached to the text or the picture or the image, going viral is visibility, which means that a lot of people get exposed to the conversation, get exposed to the dialogue, get exposed to the object. So essentially, if the Calipo or the text or the narrative of Calipo is actually revolved or is actually circulated or shared around the object of let's say the political party, then people actually get exposed to that narrative and to that party or to that party's image.
But does it in any way add to his political fortunes, would you say?
Well, what you gain is that a lot of people then get to know the issue or get to know the narrative.
All right.
Now, yes, we say that when issues get primed or when issues get that level of attention, now it moves to people's, evokes that or the effect of consideration. It may not necessarily mean that they would actually vote accordingly, but it means that you push that brand top of the consumer's awareness or top of the voters' awareness level. So yes, we may say that it exposes the brand, to people's, recognition, but as to whether that would actually translate into people voting for a lot of factors.
All right, and that's Kobe Mensah. He's a lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, ending election brief today. Thank you for staying with us throughout the week. I'm Mara Bakumsin. Join us same time on Monday. The Pulse with Francis Aban is up next. Have a lovely weekend.